Hey, shalom, shalom. Hey, first and foremost, as always, I'd like to start off giving all honor and glory, infinite praise and worship to our power, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honors to our apostles, our elders and bishops of great millstone who rule well. Peace and citation to the hopeful elect. All right, and 144,000. The 144,000 and the rest of the large multitude of men, women, and children that YAHWASHI will have mercy on in these perilous times, because we are in fact living in the last days, which are known in the scriptures as perilous times, meaning dangerous times that we're currently living in, man. All right, it's your brother HAQADASH representing GMS branch here in Cleveland, Lord willing, to bring out an edifying lesson through the spirit and power of YAHWASHI, man. And real quick, as the still said, don't chip me, boss. Because that's what's coming, man. That's what's coming. And this is what the times that we've been prophesying about. This is what we've been talking about. This is what we couldn't wait for, because it signifies the end of an empire. It signifies the end of an Edomite empire, the Edomite empire, the wicked of the earth, the wicked of the Bible, right? The physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, right? Which means what? That our salvation is closer or nearer than when we believe. Okay, and you have to believe that. It's a surreal feel. Okay, it's a surreal feeling. All right, but it's a good thing. All right, it's a good thing knowing our enemy is about to go down, and our Savior is on his way. It's a good thing knowing that we about to get rescued, man. So I'm gonna play this quick video from the brother. Go like, subscribe. GMS must endure 144K by 7. Go like, subscribe, be edified, man. All right, and let me play this quick video, right?
For you, showing you end time prophecy speaking loud and clear in these last days. Check it out. All right, fair use, fair use. It's for educational purposes only. I'm not making any money off of this. Fair use, fair use.
Next issue is an issue that I call, hey boss, don't microchip me. So there have been proposals that employers, this starts in other states, are asking, it always starts out voluntary, for employees to have a microchip under their skin, like in their hand, let's say, so that you just wave it in front of a reader, and it's used for security or getting into a building or accessing certain areas. It's supposed to be really convenient. But of course, this idea horrifies a lot of people. So a bill has been introduced by Representative Breanne Thomas she represents Seattle and Vashon. She's a Democrat. Her bill is HB 2303, and it would, very simple, prohibit any employer from requesting, requiring, or coercing employees to have a microchip implanted under their skin. This is an obvious idea, if you ask me. And the problem with these proposals, and again, this has started in some other states, is it starts out voluntary, and then before you know it, the boss is saying, no, it's mandatory. The other part of coercion is they'll say something, the company, let's say, sometimes the government does this. Hey, we're not forcing you to do anything. We're just going to make your life really, really difficult until you comply. So these mandates, whether it's in the private sector or the public sector, are always suspicious when they start out supposedly voluntary. Usually there's some kind of suggested coercion behind it. So Representative Thomas is getting ahead of this problem. We commend her for it. And this should be a very popular bipartisan idea. It is certainly something that Washington Policy Center would support. And we'll see how that bill does. It also brings up this.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause it right there for a quick second. So you heard it. You heard it right.
So, right. So what's funny about it is, because people are always saying what they won't do until it's at their doorstep, till their back is against the wall, till they're faced with life or death, till they're faced with loss. People will sell their soul. People will sell their loved ones. It happens all the time. You could buy a nigga for cheap, right? A nigga will order a hit on his spouse, his daughter, his son, his siblings for $1,000, and a nigga will go kill a whole family for $1,000. How much more when your back is against the wall and you're faced with a decision to either continue to live how you were, to get better. You're gonna have people in jail that's presented this opportunity, okay, of freedom, and or in a sense of what? Conveniency, all right, because of the lack of understanding. This is all going to be pushed. It might be voluntary now, but it's going to be mandated. How do we know it's going to be mandated? Because like I did testimonies on it before. I used to have a business, a multi-million-dollar business that was global. Okay, we was in, I forget how many countries we were in. We built our portion here in Cleveland, Ohio from the ground up, man. All right, that company still exists to this day. And, you know, obviously I walked away from, 10 years ago because, I'm in the truth. So before I walked away, I don't even got my license no more. Before I actually walked away, it was right before the credit card processing, right before the credit cards had the chips on them, and it was just the plain cards. And I remember we had the inside scoop because I had banks under my belt. I was partnered with banks. I was partnered with electric companies and all that. I had banks under my belt, and we had the inside scoop of what was about to happen into the economy. Nobody knew because, nobody's involved with that type of business on a day-to-day basis, man. So, of course, the majority of the world aren't going to know what's coming when it came to the chips being implemented on top of the cards. And we had the inside scoop, meaning we was going to be at a benefit off the market and get paid at an expedited rate, which was a phenomenal thing, right? Obviously, right? When I found that out, I'm like, damn, hell yeah, let's go. So every time somebody swipe their card, I get paid. Come on, man, let's go. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, the stores had no choice but to comply. You know why they had no choice but to comply? Even the stores that said they wasn't. I remember walking to a store. I kid you not. This is all facts. I remember walking into a store, and I said, "Hey, man, my sales pitch was, hey, the government has mandated. I said the government has mandated. The government has mandated, you to switch your credit card processing machine over to the new system, because if you don't, eventually your store will close down, because everybody who has a credit card, they're going to be forced to get the new cards, because the system is not going to take the old cards anymore, like just the swipe and all that." And for a minute, that was the facts, because it was all new processing machines, and they had to get all the new processing machines in all the stores, and they had to do it because all the banks was doing the transition, whether the stores liked it or not. Okay, all right. And next thing you know, all the cars started having chips on them, right? And some stores was like, yeah, I remember that story. I remember for I was salty too, because we was fresh with it, and we really didn't know how to really go about getting the customers. So a lot of the customers that in the beginning they were gonna buy off fear, and some wasn't, and it was all, like, in a sense, test trials in real time, because this was a new product. All right, this was a new thing in the earth. All right, this was a new thing in the earth when it came to the credit cards having these chips on them, man. And long story short, guy said no. I said, okay. I said, you gonna regret it, bro. I said your store gonna close down, bro, because you ain't gonna be able to have no customers, fool. Like I said, goofy, you ain't gonna be able to have no customers. When everybody pays, they're gonna have a card with a chip on it, and your machine don't take the chip. How are you gonna maintain your store? You see? So whether niggas want to or not, please don't chip me, boss. They're gonna have to comply. You see how this is going? You're gonna be forced to comply, whether you want to like it or not, because the system that you currently live in, okay, the system that you currently live in order to continue to live in society, you're going to have to comply, because that's how society is going to be based. That's going to be structured around this digital system. There's nothing you can do about it. It's nothing you can do about it. Like the guy said, it might be voluntary now, but it's going to be mandatory, even at the jobs. Yeah, this bill that they're passing is not going to protect you niggas from not being being micro C-hipped, man. You understand? Why won't it protect you? Because society is going to be based around this digital infrastructure, man. Society, okay? That's why it's not going to protect you, man. Okay? Because the jobs, they're gonna choose themselves over an employee any day. You understand? They will fire you just to keep their structure intact. Like Amazon, all these companies, they're firing employees by the thousands just to keep the company what it is. So you think they won't fire you if you like, oh, okay, I won't take this. Niggas said that about the Slam Slimmy. Niggas said that about the Juicy Juice. I ain't gonna take the Juicy Juice. I ain't gonna take the Juicy Juice. Oh, I swear I ain't gonna take the Juicy Juice. And what happened? Niggas took the Juicy Juice. Even so, you guys, even some men that teach the truth that took the Juicy Juice, man. You understand? So we're at the end, okay? And this man is getting ready to make a move, man. The system is already in place. What better way to issue in a system like this? None other than the means of chaos. So I see something big happening here soon, and they're going to bring the order, and that's where the mandate for the micro C-hip should come into play. All right? That's how I see it happening. And I'm not the only brother that see it like that. We believe that this thing is going to be issued in here soon, man, here at Great Millstone. All right, I skipped forward so you can see the next clip that the brother played.
Okay.
A doctor inserts the microchip between your thumb and index finger using a device similar to a syringe. Now,
so there you go, man. You see,
right? A snake bite. I've done many lessons on this, as well as elder brothers and brothers. When it comes to the spiritual aspect of who we're dealing with the serpent from the garden, man, and he has grown into a dragon, or a bigger form of himself. All right, you have Rome 2.0, and it's stronger than it's ever been, because now instead of just the known world, it has dominion over the entire world, from west to east, from north to south. How do we know this? Because this man just went into another country and kidnapped a whole president that runs a country, and nobody did nothing about it. So this micro C-hip goes between your finger, as you can see, and your thumb. All right, your dextrose, which is your dominant hand, whether your right hand or your left hand. Okay. And that's what you see here, man. So that you can buy or sell. So that you could continue in society. So that you could continue in Babylon, man. This is where we at. And it's a beautiful thing.
these chips can actually be really helpful tools, and they utilize the same technology used in phone payments. With this,
now you see that right there? So they try to, portray it as being convenient, cutting edge technology on this.
and can even start
Okay, so check the rest of this out real quick.
tiny device, your body essentially becomes a contactless key. It can open doors using sensors and can even start a car. They last anywhere from 10 to 20 years and can be removed with a small incision in the skin.
Okay, now.
Like, bro, come on, man. And you have the elites coming out showing you that they are the devil, and they're telling you blatantly, like, yo, yes, the goal is to merge man with machine. No, it should be an uproar. It should be a cry in the streets, man. The only ones that's sighing and crying are the prophets. The prophets are the ones that's sighing and crying about the abominations thereof, man. We're the only ones that's sighing and crying, all right, and complaining to YAHAWASHI about this devil and his plan, man. Nobody else is crying about this devil and his plan to merge you with machine. You see, to merge you with machine, man. All right, and if that happens, you're no longer a creation of YAHAWASHI, man. You're a new creation. You're a new being. Now you belong to the one that created you, which would be Esau, Edom, and now he's your God officially. You see that cut that they just showed? That's an incision. All right, that's a breaking of the hymen, a protective layer, and you bleed. That's a covenant. All covenants are made with blood, man. As the scriptures say. All covenants are made with blood. And this is a covenant that you cannot repent from, man. All right? Goodness. This is a covenant that you cannot repent from.
Okay, so there it is. There's the whole procedure right there. And it, you know.
And that syringe like a snake's tooth. A serpent's bite. He's going to put his poison in you, man. He's going to inject you with his seed. And so you can understand, spiritually speaking, which is that micro C hip.
They make it seem like it's just effortless and easy, but are you ready? Hey, we have eyes.
He's getting ready to penetrate you, man. The ones that are not of the elect, man. And you're gonna have people that don't take the micro C hip. That don't mean they ain't part of the elect. You're gonna have nations that some heathen that don't take it, man. All these people that don't take it is just gonna be the first fruit of slavery for their nation, man. Oh shit! Like what the fuck? This lady almost just hit me, man. Salakia.
See, man. All right, so back to
does. It also brings up this apocalyptic future of science fiction that you hear about, where people are being turned into robots, or advance and be mechanized. You know, the more digital technology we have, the better. It's the first step to a brave new world. I know that this all sounds kind of over the top, but we have seen that ideas start out small and then they tend to grow. It reminded me from a policy point of view of the original thinking of the Social Security number that was enacted first in the 1930s. It only applied to people who were in the workforce, number one. And number two, the government only assigned you a Social Security number when you got your first job. So when you entered the workforce, you got a number. Well, here we are today in the modern world, and Social Security numbers are now issued mandatorily to every baby that's born in the United States. So
exactly, it's in the means of what? Conveniency and voluntary, and then it's gonna be made mandatory. Okay, the fact that these niggas is letting it happen shows you that if anything is happening, you gotta believe that it's happening in the way that they want it. It's not in a sense that's gonna benefit you. It might benefit you in a sense because you could still continue in this society, in this world, but spiritually it's not going to benefit you. All right, it X's out your chance of salvation, Israel. Okay,
it went from being a number for workers and for a social insurance program like Social Security to now it's our national identification number that applies to everybody. So I'm just explaining that that's the way these things grow, and we need to watch out. I'm not necessarily saying that Social Security numbers are bad. It's just that they start out small and then gradually expand, and by the way, become a mandate for everyone. So it's something to watch out for. If you found this...
This is 1 Peter 4:7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. You see? The end of all things is at hand. Okay? Second Ezra 9:5. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also the highest have plain beginnings, and wonders and powerful works and effects and signs. And this is what we see going on. All right, we see the signs, like it says earlier in the chapter about the uproars and the people. All right, the plagues that sit on the earth, whether from a famine standpoint, food wise, weather wise, people wise, like it's all indications that this place are in a state of getting ready to have this birth, man. All right, when you deal with a woman and she get ready to have that birth, this is what you see, the birth pains, man. And this place is pulsating. It is pulsating, man. Okay, and it's getting ready to we getting ready to be delivered, man. Okay, so and you know this, and then it's so much going on, even from the standpoint of AI. Like, bro, it's just so much going on, man. So get ready for a big bang. You know, get ready for a big bang. Oh my God, man, I missed my exit. Get ready for a big bang. Get ready to see this place go up in flames. No, you know, I wasn't trying to rap. And yeah, man. This is Revelation 13:15. He had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast shall both speak, and cause that as many that was not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Because we're going to be opposed. We're going to be exiled of society, separated from the whole when you go into that word killed. And some people are going to literally be, some brothers might literally be killed. Not might, but going to be, you know, martyred, you know, unalived for the truth, because they're going to stand against the system. It's demonic. And he had cause of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand, their dextros, or in their foreheads, right? Their meta, right? The metapon, you go into the forehead, it goes into opposite of face, right? I'm not going to get it. We go into it all the time, all right? Your neural link, brain, C-hip. I did a lesson on the celebrities pushing it as well, making it popular. And that no man might buy or sell. You're not going to be able to buy or sell. This is not spiritually. This is physical money, physical buying and selling, like going into the store and getting your damn groceries. Okay, you're not going to be able to do that without the access, the entering in. You see that you can't even get a certain, you got it. They got 2 options for licenses now. I remember back in the day getting your license. It wasn't what license do you want? I remember when the chick first said that. I said, "What you mean? What license do I want? What you talking about? I'm just trying to get my license, lady." She's like, "No, one is to allow you access into government buildings, and the other one is just a regular one." I'm like, "What?" So they already separated society to be able to give you access to go into government buildings. What are you talking about? So that means it's going to come a point in time where society is not going to be able to get into government buildings and whatever falls under that category of a government building. Okay? This is the end, all right? And you're witnessing it in real time. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom, let him that have understanding count. Shalakia. Revelation 13:17, that no man might buy or sell, save he had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. And we see that vibration all through America, more now than ever. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory for the praise and worship to our power. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honors to our apostle, Elder Bishop Great Mills. Don't be well. Peace, citation to the hopeful elect. Hey, till next time. Hey, Baba Ball, I'm Waffle Ball. Shalom.